Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my favorite blushes. So the first blush is this Glossier Cloud Paint and I have in the shade Beam. The formula is smooth and lightweight and it's really pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I like to use it more in the summertime because once it dries down it really stays on. And the finish isn't super dewy, but it gives a nice glow. I like to wear it for more natural makeup days because I noticed that if you wear foundation under it, it does tend to become a little patchy. So next I have this Nudestix Nudies Bloom Stick Blush in the shade Poppy Girl. This shade is very vibrant and super pigmented, but it's very blendable. The finish is super dewy and even a little oily, so you have to give it some time to set. But it gives a healthy glow and it's really travel friendly because it comes with a brush on the other end. So even though it comes with a brush, I still prefer to use my fingers to blend it out because I find that using your fingers gives a more natural finish. My next favorite is this Tower 28 blush in the shade Magic Hour. This is my favorite fall/winter shade and the formula is super creamy, but it's a little heavier. It also is a little sticky, so the finish is super dewy and very moisturizing. Even though it is dewy, it lasts all day and doesn't move the foundation underneath. It's also super pigmented and very blendable. The next blush is from Tata Harper and it's their cheek tint in the shade Very Popular. This blush is definitely the most luxurious one in terms of price point out of all the other blushes, but it does leave a very natural and dewy glow. It is less pigmented than the other blushes, but it's still buildable. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Between the Sheets. This is a matte blush that has a very unique texture. It's almost like a cream blush, but it's not as wet as the other ones. It blends very easily and once it sets, it's matte but doesn't look chalky or too thick. This is another shade that I like to wear more during colder seasons. Next is this MAC Glow Play blush in the shade That's Peachy. The texture is similar to the Colourpop blush, but it doesn't blend out as smooth as the Colourpop one. The formula also has a slight metallic shine, but it's very minimal, so I don't mind it. However, I don't find myself reaching for this blush too often, but I do like to wear it over foundation because the finish is kind of similar to a powder blush. This next product is the Dr. Pawpaw Multi-Purpose Soothing Balm in the shade Ultimate Red. To me, this is more of a skincare product and I like to use it on both my cheeks and lips. I like to use it when I'm not wearing any makeup, but I still want a little bit of color on my face. It has a super dewy finish and it doesn't really set, which is why it's better to use on its own. But it's super moisturizing and looks very dewy. This next blush is the same as the previous one, but it's just in a different shade, and this is in the shade Peach Pink. This balm I only wear as a blush because I think on my lips it looks a little bit too pale. but this shade provides an even more natural finish than the red one. This next blush is the only powder blush that I like to use. It is the 3CE blush in Rose Beige, and it's a shade that I like to use all year round. The formula is super buildable and it doesn't leave any chalky or powdery finish. It's very similar to a matte cream blush in the finish, but it's just a powder formula. It's also not drying and very long lasting. And finally, the last blush is this Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick in the shade Work. This is another very smooth and natural blush. The finish is not very dewy, but also not matte. It's also very pigmented and long lasting, and I like to wear this on natural makeup days. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.